I want to go back to your story. I want to go back to that little girl. Tell me a little about where you're from and that little girl.
I am from Machakos, Masi, a place called Vulia, but I grew up in a place called Mtito Ande. That is a long Mombasa road on your way to Mombasa. So that's where I grew up. My childhood was basically in Mtito Ande. I was a very outspoken baby. I used to be at the forefront of everything. Leader for every group in church. I was a head girl ever since I joined school, primary school, secondary school, campus. I was a secretary general. So it's been always leadership for me as a small baby. And I didn't have much of friends because they used to view me as someone who used to, how do you say, competition. Okay, so I didn't have much of friends. And I was bullied a lot as a baby because I had very big eyes. So they used to bully me a lot. So I grew up as a strong loner. And it really brought my confidence to action because I didn't take into the bullying and to the negativity and lack of many friends. My father used to be a strong pillar for me. He used to tell me, if someone insults you, tell them, let's meet at the book. I was really bright, extremely bright. So let's meet on an exam. Let's meet on the books. Like, he knew that I was smarter. So that's the only way I could get back to them. And for sure, I got back to them. Yeah.
How many brothers and sisters?
I'm the firstborn.
Firstborn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 2 brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about mom.
My mom is an ex-soldier. So she's a very tough one. She brought me up in a military way. When you go wrong, she used to spank us a lot. And my mom, again, was innovative. Like, my dad was direct and controlling, but my mom was innovative. My mom was the person who used to bring in new everything in the family. When something is, we need to tackle this in another perspective, that was my mom. So my mom is an innovative woman.
This video is brought to you by Quinn's Lux Hair. Now, you women, you want an amazing wig. Look at that smile. Look how beautiful you will look as a lovely queen. Look at the drip. Yeah. Link in the description. Go follow her on Instagram and get your wigs today.
Yet very military in everything that she does. Yes.
Do you feel like what traits have you taken from your parents?
I take a lot after my dad. My dad is outgoing, very courageous, extremely confident. My dad does not believe in no's. So he's always a yes man. You have to say yes, whatever it takes, how long it takes, whatever time, whatever place, whatever amount. That's my dad. So I take mostly after my dad. In height and in body, I take after my mom. So appearance basically is my mom, but my skin tone is my dad. But in character, I'm 100% my dad.
Your dad?
Yes.
So it's interesting, like, when you tell me these things, because as I said, from what I've seen, so what we do, we're a social media marketing company.
Yes.
So we help businesses, CEOs market themselves. One thing I noticed about you, just by looking at socials, she knows how to market herself. She knows how to speak. And one thing about marketing is capturing attention. You need to capture people's attention. Even if you make them mad, sometimes that's even a good thing.
Yeah.
So one thing I've seen in you is that ability not only to be confident, but to know how to market. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're running business. So my question to you is, let's go back to that childhood a little bit. How much of also who you are has come from maybe trying to prove people wrong, or you had to fight bullies, right? So you didn't take anything. You didn't take no nonsense. Yeah. So can you talk to us a little bit about, has that played a role in you throughout your whole life?
Yeah. I had to explain a lot why. Like, people used to say I have big eyes, babies, but adults used to say I have beautiful eyes. So I had to keep explaining to people that the adults say that I have beautiful eyes. So I had to keep explaining the beauty of my eyes. Again, when I was growing up, I had a body. I was not tiny. I was not petite. I had a body. So explaining again that it's family. My dad has a body, my mom has a body. It was something that I had to keep explaining every time. So I had a lot of stories to tell so that I could fit in. That's what I'm telling you, I didn't have much of friends. So every time I had to give a story about why this is like this.
A story.
Yes, a story. That why do I have big eyes? Okay, well, how is it that it came that I have big eyes? What are other people saying about my eyes? You babies are saying I have big eyes, but big people, adults, are saying I have beautiful eyes. Then I have to explain, like, why am I taller? Yeah, why am I a little bit plump? Okay, so there had to be a lot of explaining in my life. It was not a smooth transition. So it taught me how to be a good storyteller. Being a good storyteller makes you a good marketer because you have to explain a product, make people love it, make people stop and listen. Okay. Again, another thing for my childhood, I used to sing a lot in church. And every time that I didn't sing, the pastor would always go to the church and like, Mueni, today you're not singing, because I used to write in a small paper like, Mueni, I want to sing today. Give me a chance. So every time I send that paper, the pastor always expected it. So it comes to a Sunday that I'm not singing, he would always speak it up on the mic, like, Mueni, you're not singing. So the courage and the confidence came in from when I was around 3 years. I used to sing. Take a mic, sing a full song, go back, sing, everybody claps. So it built my confidence a lot on stage management, talking to people, being in front of people and not caring, and being confident and people applauding me. So I really learned to manage my crowd at a very tender age.
At a young age.
Yes.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're going to love that one.